There's been a lot of discussion in our group lately about using essential oils for dogs, and I've been doing that for several years now, so I thought I would share some of my tips and tricks. The main thing I use is diluted oil in a roller bottle, and I usually do about 3 to 6 drops, sometimes up to 8, depending on the size of your dog, but I like to stick with fewer if possible. Remember, less is more, and we can always add additional oil, but we can't take it away. So just make sure that your dog's okay with it. I like to allow my dog to sniff it, make sure that they're okay, make sure they don't turn their head away. I also prefer to have them sniff the roller bottle, the diluted roller bottle, versus the neat. The neat's got a higher gradient of odor, and they have super sensitive scent, and they can smell a lot more than we can, so it may be too strong for them. So make up your diluted roller bottle, let them check it out, make sure they're okay with it before you use it. The other thing I like to do is I like to diffuse, and I diffuse a lot. The main thing is you just don't want your dog to be trapped in the room. You want them to be able to leave if they need to, and you definitely do not want them in a cage while you're diffusing, so make sure they have access to leave the room. I diffuse a lot, and I've only had one situation where Edge, my Weimaraner, told me he did not like it, and he was absolutely correct. I had a really bad migraine, and I went over and I put some concoction together, and I couldn't even tell you what it was, and it was pretty bad. It was really strong. And I went over and I laid down, and he left the room. He went outside the room, stood there and stared at me like, I'm not coming back in until you take that off. So I got up, dumped it out, rinsed out the diffuser, put our normal in there, and he was perfectly fine and came back in and laid down with me. So they'll let you know. They're very good about telling you what they do and do not like. You also can put oil in their food. I have not done that until just recently. I've really never found a need. Edge is going to be 10, and he's having some health challenges, and I've been putting 1 drop of Cobaiba in each of his meals. He eats twice a day, so he's getting 2 drops of Cobaiba every day, and I'm hoping that will help boost his immune system and his cardiovascular. So we're trying that out for the first time to see how that works for him. You can also put it in their water, just like put 1 drop in their big water bowl. My guys have never been a fan of that. I've tried different oils, and that's just a turn off to them. So I've quit trying. To me, it's not worth it to focus on that. Edge is here. He's resting. He had a busy morning. So I was going to let him show you exactly how we put our oils on. He's already had his oils for the day, so I'm just leaving the cap on it. What I like to do is I put it on the neck, down the shoulders, and down the spine. And you notice I use my pinky. I like to touch the spot before I roll on the oil. And that's just so it's not a shock to them that you tap them with the roller bottle. So I tap them with my finger, and then I just take the roller bottle and roll it on them. And just wherever you want to put it. The other thing that I have done in the past is I put it on the acupressure points. And one of the best books I have found, I'll put this link in the post, but it's called 4 Paws, 5 Directions by Cheryl Schwartz. And as you can see, it's a very well-used book. And it has all your acupressure points in here. So if you wanted to take advantage of that, this is a great book to be able to look up the acupressure points. 2 places I never, ever put oil, and that is on their ears, especially with your floppy-eared dogs. I'm going to pan back down here to Edge. If you put oil, see, he doesn't even like me messing with his ears. So if you put oil on these big floppy ears and he shakes his head, that oil could get right into his eye, and that wouldn't be fun. So I stay away from that. If you have a prick-eared dog and they don't mind you massaging the tips of their ears, then that would be okay for them. I personally just stay away from it because there's so many other places you can put it other than messing with their ears. And the other place is their feet. And the reason I don't like putting it on their feet is if you think about when they're outside walking, they're walking in chemicals, pesticides, anything that's on the ground, and that's on their paws. And if we put oil on there, that oil is going to help those toxins absorb up into their skin or up until their feet. So I just try and stay away from their feet. Again, there's so many other places that you can put it to prevent those toxins getting into their system. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, post below. I'm more than happy to help and answer. If there's anything else you would like for us to discuss, or something that you would like for Edge to show you how he uses his oils on a daily basis, I would be happy to share. So hope you've enjoyed this and have a super day.